going on, amazing people? It's your main man, Christoph, and I'm excited to be here today. Why? Because life is a blessing, and having time to invest in anything you do is the greatest resource you'll ever have in your life. That being said, we put together a crazy show called Star Power, featured on flightunit.com every Tuesday that'll feature highly successful people and their stories of how they became successful. That being said, our first episode is off the hook. It's epic. Introducing the one and only Russell Peters. Check it out. When did you know you wanted to be like a comedian?
I had just finished high school, graduated in '88 from North Peel in Brampton. Northfield represent. The kids in Northfield don't know what I'm talking about right now because started doing stand-up a year later.
Just like that?
I was working at factories. I was going nowhere. So I was like, I was never going to go to college or university. So I was like, I might as well, let's try this. I was boxing, I was DJing, but I knew neither one of those. There was guys way better than me in both of those fields. So
okay.
Like, let me see what else I can do.
So did you have a passion in comedian, being in comedy?
No, I think I was just driven because I had nothing else going on. I hate when people try and do something with a plan B. If you try and do anything and you have a plan B, you're not going to give plan A 100%.
In terms of your success now, how did you go from being like a local boy, local Brampton boy, North Peel, to being mentioned amongst like Jerry Seinfeld, Chris Rock, Dave Chappelle?
You know, I don't know how that all happened, but I'm glad it did. And we're talking 20 years in the game now, right? So, you know, it took a minute for it to build. It took at least 15 years for that incubation period.
Wow.
And then, you know, kids starting now, they see where I'm at, and they want to get there within, you know, a couple of years. And when I started doing it, this didn't exist, what I'm doing. Like, this level of comedy did not exist. It was unheard of. And now it's something that they can actually strive for.
How do you define success? Because you achieved a lot within your 20 years. So what is there anything you'd say this is success?
Well, no, I mean, I don't, you know, everything is boxing to me. So in boxing, when you're fighting a guy and you hurt him, let's say you hurt him with a left hook and he starts to fall back, you don't step back and go, wow, I really hurt that guy. You just keep going forward until the fight's over. And since, to me, there's no finish line in this comedy game, I don't know when I'm going to stop and look back and go, oh, it was pretty cool. You know, I just keep focusing going forward.
So was there any points where you're like, you know, I don't want to do this no more? Like,
oh, it was lots of times. There was lots of times where I was broke, and I'm like, but I had no other choice. What was I going to do, you know? I refused to be the funniest guy working at Aldo.
So in terms of your craft, do you put a lot of time in regards to developing your shows?
Yeah, I mean, I spent, like, before the tour started in June, for the first 6 months of the year, I was in clubs, like comedy clubs. Every night, I would be working, like, say, like, from like a Wednesday to a Sunday. I've done like 16 shows by the end of the week. Because I would 2 a night every night until I got that material down. If you're really doing something you love, you don't look at it as work. To me, it's never like, oh, I gotta go do this. It's not even like, it's more like, I really wanna go do this. I just wanna make this better. You know, it's in you. You have to focus, first of all, on what it is you're trying to do. First, you have your big picture, like this is my, you know, this is where I wanna be, but I understand to get there, I have to make small goals on the way. And every time you reach a small goal, it makes you feel better about yourself. So, whatever you do in life, don't do it for anybody else but you. I see lots of kids in university that want to be doctors, and you ask them, did you want to be a doctor? Like, no, my parents want to be a doctor. Well, I don't want to go to that doctor when he graduates. Do you want to be in the operating table and the doctor's cutting you open and he's thinking about, I really wish I was a singer, and then he has a nervous breakdown and you're cut open because this jackass wants to sing. No, do it because you want to do it. I want to go to the doctor that wanted to be a doctor.
Okay,
and he wanted to be a doctor because he wanted to help people, not because he thought there was a lot of money involved. I never got into this for money. I was broke for so long, and I did the worst gigs ever for the least amount of money you could ever imagine, if not free. And I did it, and I never complained because I loved what I was doing.
Did I not lie, or was that not epic? Big shouts out to the big homie Russell Peters for blessing us with his time. You won't want to miss next week's episode with ET Canada's Rick Campanelli. It's going to be a gem. Your main man, Christoph, signing out. flightunit.com.